Notifications. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, I was going to edit the thumbnail real quick. Switch account, your channel. What do we do? How do I do this? Your channel, YouTube Studio. What am I trying to do? Content, live, edit. Let's see here. What are we up today? Upload thumbnail. Feeding the belly. Feed me. We're safe. Oh, yeah. No, it's not made for kids. Alrighty. How we doing, EJ? Yo, yo, yo. Which we go? Is it that way? That way works. Not so blown out. Yo, yo, yo. Channel content. Let's see here. Oh, we got 2 new subscribers the last day. We love to see it. We love to see it. Make sure we hit that like button. I'll have to do that myself. Alrighty. So I guess everybody else has player exposures on their DraftKings app. I do not. Pulling up my best ball contest real quick. Yeah, it's not on my PC either. So you lucky son of guns who have Android are lucky to have your exposures. That's cool though. You can see what you pull it up really quickly. I never did that last year. Alrighty. Test everything out. Bunny's freaking out behind me. Let's see here. I drafted a team earlier today. Let's see, is this the one? Yep. I'll pull this up. If we can figure this out, edit. Did one at lunch because I love DraftKings best ball. I really do. There's some kind of excitement there is for me. I don't know what it is exactly, but I enjoy doing DraftKings best ball. Let's see here. I guess I'll be in the middle. So I'll be in, yeah, right there is fine. Not a big deal. Okay, go back to DraftKings. So we go pick history. Silly stuff that happened in the draft room. I had the 12 pick. So it was a pretty classic start for the most part. Jalen Hurts going at 3. It was kind of weird. And but wasn't too crazy. For some reason, he didn't draft. Yeah, he didn't draft Devontae Smith. I don't think he got Goddard either. Did I get Goddard? No, he must have got Goddard. Anyway, so he drafts. How you gonna draft Jalen Hurts that high, but not draft his number 2 receiver at least? Just beyond me. All these quarterbacks went right in front of me, which I get they're a little bit more premium on DK because of the points. But I don't think they're that much of a premium to be going in the first round. So I got Eckler, I got A.J. Brown. And then as you can see on the right here, I got Devontae Smith, which is just wild to me. Nothing too crazy in the second round. Pollard going a little early. Taylor makes sense there. I personally have him ranked at 26. All this kind of makes sense. Kenneth Walker, I think 30s are too early. And then bam, I got Devontae Smith, which I'm not going to have the quarterback, right? But I'm going to have the other pieces. So, feel good about that. Seeing Dalvin Cook get drafted in front of me, I thought it was just funny. Nothing too crazy. Well, he came around and got both of them. But then this guy's drafting Herbert. I doubt he even matched that up. The people that draft Herbert and don't draft one of the two first ones, I think it's a little weird. But, I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense to me. He's going to be a good quarterback, right? You're just not going to have him with any of your pieces, the main pieces. Came back around, got Chris Godwin a little bit before his average, ADP, but I got him, which I thought, he needs to be going around this range just on the up chance, like if the Bucs suck, they may trade him out, kind of thing. And then Drake London, I think he's ADP's like around 45, so I was like, I was taking somebody that was a little bit lower with somebody that's a little bit higher. I thought it evened itself out, but there's no way Chris Godwin's going to make it back to me. So I was going a fairly heavy wide receiver start, but after I got Najee Harris and Austin Eckler, I thought I had a little bit of extra room to go wide receiver. The only place I'm like real light at is a tight end and a quarterback, which are two, positions, but they're not positions where you can lose by a lot of points. Let's read off my team in case I run out of time. I ended up with Jared Goff, Austin Eckler, Najee Harris, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Drake London, Dawson Knox, Chris Godwin, Marquise Brown, Gabe Davis, Jameson Williams, Zay Jones, Matthew Stafford, Chase Brown, Jeff Wilson Jr., Deuce Vaughn, Chuba Hubbard, Cherry McBride, Tutu Atwell, and Hunter Long. So when I drafted Stafford, the pick before, let's get to it. I thought I was going to be able to get Tyler Higbee and Matthew Stafford. I think it's right here. So I didn't realize that Raph had drafted Higbee because I had just looked down. I was, working. I looked down and Higbee was there. And when it came to my turn, I drafted Stafford. Then I looked and I was like, oh, shoot, Higbee's not there. So that's the reason I had to go with a weird stack. But I figured I'm going to stack it with two people that typically don't go, but that may, that are almost guaranteed to make the team. It's a body. Who knows? Hey, yo, the Pounders are in the chat. ADPs are still soft. Been loving the DK. Hey, break from UD, but the UI is so painfully bad. What's up with them not grading it at all? It's not easy to. Why not improve something, EJ? I don't get this. I get that, you don't like people complaining, but I don't get why they wouldn't update. I think they should update. I think you should update everything. I mean, I personally didn't like them adding upload, lineups or rankings, but it is what it is. You got to embrace it, like he says. But I don't mind it. It's like I know I'm in the minority. Pumped. I got Gibbs at 104 in my single QB rookie draft. Nice. Godwin trade is a good take. I'm working on rankings, highlighting. I like I like the long take, but I've been preaching him for some time, but want Higbee released. I don't think he's going to get released. I don't think Higbee will get released because they're just already like light on bodies, but who knows? Higbee might get hurt. Not that you should plan for anybody to get hurt, but potentially. I want it harder for those that struggle drafting. I don't think that's. I don't even care about the drafting. I want it more. I guess my take is I want it more aesthetically pleasing for to stream it. I would like, what I'm saying? Like I want it to look visually appealing. I want to appeal to more of a bigger crowd. Like I know that the underdog crowd has their streamers, their spokesmen, already. I'd like to have it so where they come to my side and when I'm doing DK streams and it's more appealing to look at, I guess. The app allows if you have Android, it's pretty cool. They updated the update. You have player exposures on Android. Michael came in sent me a message on Twitter showing me like you can have player exposures, which is pretty cool. And I updated my phone and it made it look a little bit different on the underneath my contest section. That's all right. I don't think it needs a draft board, but it would make streaming a lot easier. I think you're in the minority here, EJ. And that's okay to be in the minority. I'm in the minority about the rankings. I mean, I get it. But I think it would be good for people that want to promote DraftKings Best Ball. And it's helpful. Like it's another thing. Like why not? Help other people. Hey, Felix, are you in Liam's Discord? That'll be a hard no. I'm in plenty of Discords. I don't think that's fine, EJ. It's okay. We can agree to disagree. If you it's not a shot at him by any means because it's the same. I'm not in Pat's either. It's I don't see any reason to be in theirs. If they want to say something, I'm in Spike Week. They see me in there. I'm in EJ's. I'm in my own. If I don't need to be in somebody else's to talk about the same stuff. Maybe I'm silly, but you know what I mean? Like if you're talking about Spike, if you're talking about best ball, why wouldn't you just stay? Go ahead, deposit some money. I don't need to be in like 8 best ball Discords. They're all the same. Now, if it was like, because like Pete has like their own like not competition, but they have like their own thing. That makes sense if you want to support your creator like that. EJ, I'm good at drafting. 41% return on cash games. 400 best ball lineups. No outlier, big tournament cashes. Stop flexing. You haven't won shit in tournaments yet. Probably this year though. You have got better. Small improvements go a long way to make it more enjoyable to draft. It won't make it easier for bad drafters. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. We're drafted 1 minute, boys. 1 minute. NFL. Best ball. No, I'm not showing it. Present. Oh, app stream. Throw me out there. I think I like this spot. Man, you guys should see me. I was in a disagreement with some guy today, which is fine. Everybody has the right to their opinions. And we're in. Oh, now we're in. Nope. Did I get in? All right, 2 of 12. So sorry if if you guys got it there before I did. I almost said edit rankings. About drafting before even the schedule's out. I mean, all of you guys know, right? Like the types of the ADP hasn't settled yet. The people that are drafting right now got that promotion where you get $10 back. So like that maybe it might be their first time drafting. So you draft. So you draft in, you get another $10. So you might throw two drafts there. So the drafts right now are super weak, which might lead to better teams. But the guy couldn't process his brain because ETR put out you're more likely to have better teams in August. That doesn't mean you won't have super elite teams from May make it through without injuries. It's possible. Is it likely? Probably have an injury or two, but even then, you still might have a super team. If you hit, most likely the player that's getting drafted, like Josh Jacobs was getting drafted in every league last year. They're still going to get drafted in every league this year. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't matter when you drafted him; he's still being drafted. In my eyes, it's like Dameon Pierce would have was not a value last year. So hypothetically, you could have gotten Dameon Pierce, Josh Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, he said, it's only really justified to draft in August, September, and you have a fighting chance in July. Because after I told them that last year's both of the winners from Underdog came from July, and then the previous year came from June, I said, I don't think it really matters what month you draft. Chad Massey, get out of here. Get out of here, Chad. I love you, man. Agreed there, Felix. Plus, your pod will score more in the average as well. Doesn't mean you advance more, but yeah, I agree. No, I suck. We all suck. Okay. All right. What's up with these long timers? Did they like this last year? I don't remember. The wife made some chicken. It's like a sweet chicken with some kind of pasta and broccoli. Nobody asked, but in case anybody was interested. So I went through, updated all my rankings today too. I think I got to I did at least the top 10 to 12 on quarterbacks and tight ends. I didn't really get to. I did adjust some in the back half, but mainly it was just running backs, receivers. But I did them separately. I didn't do the overall. So sometimes you might see a weird set of players back to back. But who got in here today? That filled up fairly fast. Mikey Moo, I think we did a few drafts last year. I don't know any of these names. To be honest with you. Pick history. CMC. Jamar Chase. Justin J. Tyreek Hill. Come on. Let's get lucky. I'd love to take Cooper Kupp here. Thank you so much for letting me have Cooper Kupp. Who are you aiming for pick 6? Or did I miss that? So sorry. Oh, I didn't even see that. Sorry, I was focused on drafted. I was definitely hoping for Cooper Kupp to fall into me. I'm taking him at 3 or at 4. Typically. But if he goes, I'm either looking at Tyreek Hill, AJ Brown, Maybe even Bijan. Did I pick 7? Sorry, I didn't even, wasn't even paying attention. Oh, yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Now I'm curious on why he drafts Pat Mahomes. Like he's got plenty of options to pair him up with, but it's obviously his best option is Travis Kelce. Why not take Kelce first since he's ranked higher and hope that Mahomes falls to him? I don't know. Bold take. I had this start earlier. That's a great start. Waddle's a good pick. Derrick Henry, that's good. Let's go! Cooper Kupp and ASB. Let's go. PPR monster out here, baby. Oh, I love Bijan's workload that he's going to get. I think Arthur Smith is the most basic, runs the most basic offense. He's trying to be Tennessee without Derrick Henry. Now that he has his Derrick Henry, he's going to get used like Derrick Henry. This is why I faded this draft. Minus EV for me. Kupp and St. Brown. Man, it feels good. It feels good to be great. It's a great day to be great. No, but it's fairly normal. The first day was wild. ADP's meant absolutely nothing the first day. Yeah, they upped his passing workload last year, which I kind of assumed they would because they changed offensive coordinators last year. And since that changed, like you had to assume that like it would change a little bit. Most likely, I didn't know how much more like he'd get in increased receptions, but it was pretty evident that he was going to get an uptick in his receptions last year. Let's see here. What is she good for? Absolutely nothing. It'd be nice to get Tony Pollard here. It'd be nice. Come on, do it for your brother. Come on, do it for your brother. Come on. Got me sitting on the edge of my seat. I sit there anyways, but oh no, he's going to auto draft it. Hell yeah. Feeling really good now. Feeling really good, baby. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love this. I love DraftKings. I love you. And if all those smart people are all drafting in August, please give me all the fish lobbies. And I'll bow them up. If I'm somehow able to get Najee Harris here, oh, help me, Lord. Oh, play, do. If you're in the draft and want me to kind of keep an eye on your team, I will happily take a look. I will not read your team if you are not announced yourself by round 10. Cooper Kupp, ASB, and Tony Pollard. Man, that is a fucking squad. Oh no, that guy's on auto draft. I have Big Mike a lot earlier than other people. That's in hopes that I can get Justin Herbert. For some reason, there's a lot of naked Justin Herberts in my leagues. I did two drafts today. One where I did that one, and then I'm about to get Najee Harris. Yeah! Oh, dude, this is the best draft ever. We're eating out here, boys. We're eating. We're eating. Half my food fell back in my bowl, but we're eating, baby. Ooh-wee. We like the look of that. We like the look of this. Balanced, upside, talented. Whew. It does not get better than this, baby. Blue-Eyed Bandit. We did some drafts last year. I don't remember the username and outside of DraftKings, but man, we're eating tonight. We are eating tonight. Tonight. Do. Boop, boop, boop. Now you can't see who I have in my queue other than when you have a star next to it. Who we hoping for here? Because we lost out on Big Mike, which is a little wild. I guess it's not too wild. His ADP was 50. I'm sure there will be Mike Williams, Najee Harris teams, but I don't have any yet. I should say I don't have any Najee, Mike Williams, Justin Herbert teams. Yep. Just going to go ahead and secure that up. You already know they're getting two matchups out of this. Go ahead and check the NFL opponents 2023. Make sure this doesn't, that it says it doesn't have any volume. Wait, mine probably up next, right? No, okay. I don't know. Who did I draft? DJ Moore. I need the pick history. My brain's going to shit. Okay. Picking in the middle is kind of the worst. What am I doing? I was looking at this. NFL teams. NFC West. The Cardinals, 49ers, Seahawks, Browns, Saints, Eagles, Pittsburgh Steelers, Commanders, Cardinals, Giants, or Cardinals, 49ers, Seahawks, Ravens, Bengals, Cowboys, Packers, Colts, Giants. Said Giants. New Somehow I was right. Oh boy, there's a couple players down here that I love. Wouldn't mind getting. Wouldn't mind Kyle Pitts here either. Were the Falcons on that? Who did you draft? Marquise Brown. Can the Rams play the Falcons by any chance? They do not. Browns. So they're playing the AFC North. So the NFC West is playing the AFC North this year. And the NFC East. Is that right? Washington and Philadelphia, Giants, Cowboys. Okay. It's a little hard to remember. Yes, sir. Watching and drafting with you. I knew it. I knew that name, Blue Eyed Bandit. I said, I feel like I did a couple drafts with you last year. I knew it. Crazy Monraz ADP is full lower in full PPR on DK than it is on UD. It's more because the only reason I think this is because the 3 extra points on the passing yards for the quarterbacks shoots them up / people on DK value quarterbacks more, I'm guessing, on DraftKings. I'm not 100% sure why, but they do. The quarterbacks I've been getting have been, Goff at the very best, which is weird. Do you think? We dabbing. We are dabbing. Dude, if I could have told you my dream start, this would be pretty close to it. It would be pretty close to it, man. I'm not a perfect 0 RB guy, right? Everybody knows that. But, these wide receivers, you could get on underdog in the first 3 rounds barely. And then, I don't know. This feels good. I know that my quarterbacks, will be what they are. But we'll take it. I'd rather be light at one position and strong at the other positions. If I'm going to be weak, I at least want to have some upside with my quarterback, but I'd rather have higher upside with my other guys. Your quarterbacks need to be able to throw 300 or run for 100 week 17. It's as simple as it is. That's why I've been trying to go. I've been going Levis last round. So let's say the Titans are just trash, right? And their season doesn't mean shit. They're going to throw Levis in there. They might even trade away Derrick Henry, which means they're not going to run it as much, right? Which means Levis is potentially going to ball, right? Which means he's going to run for a lot. He should provide one week. This is what we're hoping for our last round, Aaron Rodgers or Will Levis's. Jared Goof is down here. Oh boy. I didn't take any of them. I don't think it's a reach. I like Jared Goof. I like that he's paired up with my quarterback. I paired up with my number 2 wide receiver. If Treylon Burks, I was tempted between him and Treylon Burks. It's not that I don't like James Conner, but I have two good running backs. I'm not too worried about that. Like, I'm not worried about like early production. If I was with full zero RB, I think James Conner would have been a smash here. I didn't. So I think Treylon Burks, it's a good selection here. Well, it would have been a good selection there. But I've got decent wide receivers. I'd rather at least secure my quarterback wide receiver combo. It's not that I have to have it, but I do like Jared Goff. And I like Ben Johnson as the offense coordinator. I want to make as many bets on that as I can, as he may be the next Chargers head coach if we don't do anything in the playoffs next year. Vinny and Bradley Stalter liked my tweet. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Let's throw some night cruising on here. My brand. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go. What's going on with everybody else's picks here? It's a smidge loud. We'll lower that a little bit. There we go. I was going to go David Njoku. That's all right. Need to focus on who I'm going to pick then. Well, Treylon Burks is going to be there, potentially. Unless the real Josh is here. We'll take it. Didn't think that was going to fall back to me. Man, it's just like pick after pick is just falling into my hands, man. My wife sent me a video of some car driving through my neighbor's yard at the middle of the night. Very interesting. I have all these other backgrounds. So after we went Treylon Burks, Stafford went off to Cheese and Price. Scoudant went with OBJ. I think that's still too early for OBJ, but others say different. Zay Jones. Oh. Now, I don't think they're cheating or anything, but there's Jess and Chris and Jess. That's a little weird. Chris and Jess. Okay. Let's just see if there's anything on DK. So I go Jameson, I can get double stack. Or I go AJ Dillon. I think I go Jameson double stack. Since my receivers are good, my running backs are good. I take AJ Dillon there. It would only just secure that a little bit more. Even though I have him rated a lot higher. My team feels really good. I should take an upside chance for somebody that could come on later in the season, such as him. He's got fresh legs. Ooh, got a comment. Hey, he doesn't suck. Amon-Ra's amazing. Get out of here with that nonsense. Let me 2K last year. Get out of here, y'all. So I didn't find anything on Chris and Jess, but that's weird to have two people with the same name but backwards. Obviously, they're probably just friends doing a draft together, but it's weird that their names are that similar, as if they could be together. Oh, Brock Purdy. I feel like I'm like doing investigative work over here on my side. There's a lot of hate for Madison, but I like him. So Jess and Chris has a weird team being built. Let's see what Chris and Jess is doing. They seem normally built. The only weird pick is by Jess and Chris with Brock Purdy. What's that? Brock Purdy's ADP. 198 is what I have him down as. Does that show? Yeah, it does show. Interesting. Nothing else seems to be wrong with any of these picks. It's just that one was weird. I know you got Stafford a little bit early because that's what I was going to take him, but Slayton's super early. 234. Leonard Fournette's not even on a team. 184. I haven't seen a DraftKings one get thrown out. This one's a little fishy. What up, Dennis? My guy. You got to look at this team, Dennis. It is amazing. We got Jared Goff, Tony Pollard, Najee Harris, Cooper Kupp, ASB, DJ Moore, Kyle Pitts, Rashad White, Traylon Burks, Jameson Williams, and Alexander Madison. I love it. I love it. But I think there might be collusion in this draft with the Jess and Chris and Jess. I could, allegedly. I'm not going to say that they are. It's just a little suspicious, that's all. 138, it's not too far off to pick Jalen Hyatt. Does anybody else think it's a weirdly built team for one of them and kind of a decent team for the other? But I mean, we're all building different, decent teams here. But that one was seen a lot shittier than the other one. Don't overthink it. I'm sure they're just drafting the same room, talking shit to each other. So if those other picks were like 100 picks off, this doesn't make sense. Okay, so Jalen Hurts, 17. Let's do it. Let's go through the picks. I'm in my head now. Okay, so Jess and Chris take Saquon Barkley. 5 picks early. That's not a big deal. He could easily go in the first round. He's able to do that. Jalen Hurts, also not crazy. Seen it happen a couple times already. Waddle there's good. DK Metcalf is a little early, but it's still okay. Not like crazy. Josh Jacobs is a steal. I personally hated Cooper. Still normal. Make sure I'm not on the clock. 2 picks. Cook, bleh, but I get it. Some people like him more than me. Mike Evans, again, a little early, but not like crazy. Okay, we're on the clock. I know I can get Chase Brown next. That's just where I put him, so I know I want to draft him soon. More time? 8 seconds. Okay. Yeah. I think Alec Pierce is going to blow up this year, so I'm going to throw Chig on there for the next pick, potentially. We'll take one of those two. And if I accidentally auto-draft, I accidentally auto-draft. And now I'm just convinced that I've spotted a cheater and I've never seen one before. Collusion. Potentially. Allegedly. Okay, where were we? Mike Evans. Let me get Najee, so I can't complain, but it's like, I'm not going to, Okay, so, yeah, 120 picks past before ADP. That's a little weird. And he's like right on brand. So we're thinking Jess and Chris might be the weird one. But that's normal pick. That one's a good pick. Normal pick. I don't think they're cheating. But then this happens. Why literally double the ADP? $30 picks past, well, where I have them. 80, like 100. Not drafted. Everybody else on board with me. The only person that I recognize was Blue Eyed Bandit, and I think that's it. But then I'm like, I'm on the detective mode, man. I feel like you can't be in a lobby with somebody else, and I get like if you're like competing with somebody else, but if you can't be drafted this poorly with somebody else, it does look like collusion when this like kind of stuff happens. Because there's no way you're gonna have these two names and not be in the same room. That's like that'd be like if Best Ball Nation was like the Best Ball Nation one. You know what I mean? Like that'd be weird. What do you draft next, Jess? Van Jefferson can 50 picks past ADP. And it's getting hard to get past ADP because it can't go fucking further than what he has gone. Chase Claypool only 30 picks past ADP. I don't know. Maybe they're just not good drafters. Maybe that's what it is. It smells weird, right? I'm not wrong, Blue Eyed Bandit. Hey, Polly Chips, yo, what's going on, my guy? Well, I forgot that I was on the clock, but I was doing investigative work. As much as I don't want to get this thrown out, it should get thrown out. I don't like. It makes me feel dirty. I have Kendrick Miller put up significantly higher after I heard that he wants to be number one. He doesn't care about Alvin Kamara. I have him a lot higher. I'm like, this dude wants the job. That sounds like a dude I want on my team. I mean, not to say that he deserves it or he's gonna get it. Talent, will always go above that, but I think he can easily take the job. No DK gets thrown out. Let's be real here, man. I mean, they will throw some out, and they definitely will. If they think your team's like, if you don't touch your team, they will like give you zeros. So and I have a personal person I can reach out to if I felt like something was going on, but I don't know if they'll do anything. Just got here. Hope the draft hasn't been as tough as yesterday. Michael, dude, my team is a baller today. Definitely not as hard as yesterday. We'll leave the team back again for you as well, because I'm just so excited about this team. So I got Jared Goff, Tony Pollard, Najee Harris, Cooper Kupp, ASB, DJ Moore, Kyle Pitts, Rashad White, Traylon Burks, Jameson Williams, Alexander Madison, Jalen Hyatt, Alec Pierce, Chase Brown. I love this team. I don't think it gets better than this. I'm just going to be disappointed for the rest of the drafting season. How many receivers are we rocking? 1, 5, 7, 1. Okay. It's just staring me in the face. You got to go Nico here. I could go Desmond Ridder. I don't have too much Desmond Ridder. I can go Desmond Ridder, Will Levis. Not back to back, but just have him in the queue. Where did Chig go? Did I miss it? Must have missed it. It's all right. When did I miss it? So I'm curious. I didn't see it. Oh, there it was. Ben Albright. It's a good pick, man. It's a good pick. All it needs is a splash of avocado. I think one of my dresses got thrown out by DK already. Guy was taking random ass players. Yeah, I think this one's gonna get thrown out. I hope not, because I love this team. You know what I mean? But yeah, I know. Yesterday's draft was so tough. It put everybody's a little extra tired today. Is he still out there? I doubt even is he still out here. Ooh, I don't know why I thought he went earlier than that. We'll have him on there. We'll have him out there. Let's see. Is there anything we need? You know, it'd be nice to have Laporta out there. Hopefully, Pitts can hold up for most of the draft season. Then we get Laporta the back half of the season coming through with the clutch. We have a triple stack with Detroit. You'll love to see it. More worried about him getting drafted than anybody else. Honestly, I'd rather have Will Levis than Desmond. I like Desmond, but actually I don't. But I think for this team he'd be good. But Abaconda is more of what I want. Which could be looks terrible in ADP wise, but to 100 picks past ADP more than 4 times just doesn't feel right to me. My niece is having her birthday this weekend, so we're headed down to the beach this weekend. Excited to do that. Let's see here. Zach Ertz. Who does Zach Ertz go to? Am I going to be surprised? Okay, Mikey Moo. Okay. I could say you could go like well off the draft board, in the back quarter of the draft. If you went off the board, pick 16 through 20, that makes sense. The majority team was drafted in a reasonable set of ADP. Not to say you have to go within 20 to 30 picks, but these people are drafted 100 picks like off ADP. You can't do that. That's just it's not right. You're making the unfair for others that are drafting in different drafts. No, I've been restarting my phone. I've been doing everything I can to try to get my own player exposures. I don't think I'm going to do Spike Week this year. It's just I'm going to have plenty of time this year that I don't really need it. I'm not building my own thing, but I am trying something out this year. Best ball. No, nothing. Refresh it. Refresh the app. Did EJ say he's in? Oh, see you later, EJ. Love you, man. I'm in a slow def draft. I got Cup, ASB, me too. I did. It was a great draft. It's a great draft. And then I got Tony Pollard on the fucking wraparound. It's insane. Did you manage to get access? But no, I did not. Yeah, I also I love the Spike Week tool. It was great to see. I might even get it for after the drafting season. It affected the way I was drafting when I was watching, when I was drafting. I do better blind and vibing out a little bit, and I know what I need. I already know I'm going to know the week 17 schedules. I know I'm going to know all this, extra stuff, and it can only help me, right? But sometimes I get in my own head. I'll take something versus what I'm feeling something. And I know that sounds stupid. It probably sounds like archaic. I fully support, for most people using their tool, but I will definitely be using it for after the fact, though. Pick 18 of 20. Josh Downs feels like ASB to me. I don't know what it is, but him going this late, he has the same feels as last year. I'm gonna stick with that feeling. Means I have two of the Colts pass catchers. I know I'm gonna have some Tennessee, so there's gonna be some correlation there, whether it's week 17 or not. I know at least have some correlation there. How much nudge do you have? Actually, I'm only rocking like 50% on DK. Only have him on 3 of my 6 or 7 teams now. I think I have. It's a little tough today because I'm not drafting as much, but I had him at 65% on underdog pre-board. On the big boards, I have him roughly. I think it's like I can pull up my underdog real quick. Chase Brown is my highest owned player this year, though. I have him in every draft except one on underdog BBM4. You did. DraftKings. Yeah, we still got a couple picks. So 2020. Nope, not Superflex. Felix. Back. So I've done 6 so far. My current exposures to Najee is at 66.7. 6 teams drafted on there. So I think this is my 6th draft. If it might be my 7th. So I'm 13-ish, 12 to 13 drafts into of my 300 that I'll at least do for the Melly Makers. We're going to go Will Levis here, not miss out on a stupid stack. And hope that, Jared Goff can carry us through most of this. And not stress about the rest. I might even take Deuce here. Because what if I know it's not normal to handcuff your back, but we have 20 rounds here. You can, he's explosive. If for some reason he was out a couple weeks, he's not the biggest guy. Deuce Vaughn, what is it? What if it's a Deuce Vaughn week? I'll throw him on the team if he gets back to me. I'm not mad at it. Or the booty. We love the booty. I haven't gotten too much booty. And Dennis, I'm not high on him, but I think I'll definitely have shares of Jordan Love, especially on DK. DK, man, the quarterbacks are tough to get to. They're going into the first round. I know I should change my mindset. It's like this is a completely different site. I should be able to draft them. But when it's ASB versus Josh Allen, it's like, how do I take Josh Allen? You know what I mean? I could get if I took Stephon Diggs, I might grab Josh. But I haven't had that opportunity yet because I've had nothing but the third pick. I've had 1 first, a second, 2 thirds, a 12th, a 7th, and I think a 6th or whatever I had yesterday. Did I get an content? I did. Ooh-wee. We're off and going, boys. What are the quarterbacks? I ranked the quarterbacks fairly deep, but yeah, no starters left. Potentially Brisket, but I don't think he's even playing this year, or I guess he is. Yeah, I don't think he's playing. Wait. Deuce Vaughn goes to Chris and Jess. Good pick, Chris. Still a little fishy. We're going to go with the booty. The lucky booty. And that will conclude this year's draft. Definitely not me. I've got a philosophy that if a QB can't run for fantasy points, then he needs some very solid weapons to throw every weekly basis. I don't think the G room is solid. I'll push back a little bit on that. You have Dubs, Christian Watson, you got Torre, you got Reed now, and the 2 basic white boys at tight end. I think they're white. I'm just be racist there, but and I was about to say, and Love can run some. He didn't do it a lot, but he has I'll read my team off here in a second. Let's stay. I think he has a little bit faster speed than Joe Burrow, but not a lot more. But I definitely see him running for quite a bit. I think he's going to be a top 15. I think he'll be 15th at quarterback at the end of the season, fantasy points wise. I don't think he'll be that top level of quarterback, but I think at where you're getting him, it's a very solid pick. I don't think he's a steal at where he's going. I also don't think he's a bad value where he's going. I think he's right where he needs to be going in NFL in drafts. Yes, good draft, Blue Eyed. I'll read your team right in just a minute. Blue Eyed Bandit got some Jordan Love. Speak of the devil. So he got Lamar Jackson, David Montgomery, Samaje Perine, Justin Jay, T. Higgins, JSN, TJ Hawkinson, George Pickens, Jordan Addison, Kirk Cousins, Rashad Bateman, Rashad Penny, Jordan Love, Romeo Doubs, Kendre Miller, Jeff Wilson Jr., Jalen Warren, Luke Musgrave, Chuba Hubbard, Terrace Marshall. That's a good team. I like the little sets of mini stacks you got going on. You love to see it. Jordan Addison with Kirky and Justin J. You have and TJ. You got the division stacks going as well, which is good. And then you got Bateman with Lamar Jackson. Bateman is going way too late. I know that they added a bunch of players, but Bateman's going to get his too, or have his weeks. Very solid draft. Blue-Eyed Bandits. Now let's read mine off. Jared Goff, Tony Pollard, Najee Harris, Cooper Kupp, ASB, DJ Moore, Kyle Pitts, Rashad White, Traylon Burks, Jameson Williams, Alexander Madison, Jalen Hyatt, Alec Pierce, Chase Brown, Nico Collins, Sam Laporta, Izzy A, Joshua Downs, Will Levis, and Keyshawn Booty. Should have probably went Kyle Phillips there, but the Booty I'm excited for. I was drafting him in underdog around 160. Now he's moving up. Not sure how much I could take him on DK. I pick 130. I think that's still a good pick, though. I think anything like around the 100 range, I think he should go right where a little bit after Daniel Jones, Kirk Cousins, that area. He should go like right after Kirk. And I only say that because Kirk has Justin Jay and Jordan Addison. I think those weapons are just superior to Jordan Love. But he should go like right after them. Now, I personally have been drafting a lot more Jared Goff, Daniel Jones, Kirk. Again, I've been getting a lot of Justin Jefferson so far on DraftKings, which is so weird. It's like normally like maybe Underdog just doesn't like me because all the picks I get on Underdog are like 6, 5, 12, 8, which is fine. Like I totally, variance. Maybe I'll get 1 or 2. I got 1 share of Justin Jefferson so far. We'll take it on Underdog. I already have 3 shares on DK. Just saying the variance is on my side on this site. But that leads me to more Kirk Cousins stacks versus Jordan Love. Though I do have a share of Christian Watson, and so therefore I try to pair him up with Jordan Love in the back half where I have 1 share of him. So I think it's just if you're gravitating towards Green Bay players, snag just Jordan Love at where you're getting him. I think he's a good value where he's at. I don't think he's a great value. I don't think he's a bad value. I think he's near the range where he should be going. If he gets below 100, then I think he'd back off. Yeah, Michael, I'm on board. He could have come back at the end of the year because he had the high, like I don't know what I think they called it, the high wire surgery or something. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but he could have come back. He was out for a certain amount of time, and they made a decision. Hey, let's not bring you back when we're already out of it. There's no reason. We know you're a stud. You know what I mean? Let's see what these other guys can provide. And I think they kind of did that with Stafford as well. The offensive line that they had last year was not protecting Stafford enough. So what they do, they win their second round because it's the first pick they had. And they got an offensive line. It makes complete sense. So I think offensively they should be better next year. I'm not high on Cam Akers. I've taken a couple shots at the other guy. I forgot his name. Zach. Is it Zach Evans? I'm not 100% sure. The running back they drafted this past year. Cam Akers probably gets the job, probably does well. In fact, if anybody's going to be Josh Jacobs, it could be potentially Josh Jacobs last year. It could be Cam Akers. Can Love hit the 300-yard bonus will be the key to his value. It's possible. That's why I think he's right where he's going, because I don't think he hits the 300-yard bonus on a consistent basis. I think he can get it against the Bears. He can get it against the Lions, maybe once or twice, at maybe 2 out of the 4 times they play, which if they play week 17, that's all you kind of want from him. Through the playoffs, he's not your starting quarterback most of the time. He might be your secondary starter. Cups per game average is ridiculous. I don't think Stafford will randomly forget his favorite receiver of all time. Yeah, and he could have come back that year, and it's good that he didn't, so he didn't get more hurt. He has all this time there. He's rested. He's going to have fresh legs going into next season. I guess everybody will, but a little extra freshness. Yeah, like I see that as well, Michael. Which is why, like if I get him, my thing goes Justin J, Jamar Chase, CMC, Cooper Kupp. And I get that Tyreek Hill is a monster, but I feel like on DraftKings, if you're not taking Cooper Kupp there, you're lighting money on fire because he is a smash for 100 yards. He's a smash for eight receptions. He's a smash. He's a smash. You know what I mean? I think Love will have a hard time at 300 yards, but when he's at pick 160, he was a good QB3. Yeah, I 100% agree with that, Dennis. Especially if he's not your first quarterback, and he has the potential to hit those ceilings with them. Felix, what are your thoughts on naked quarterback on DK? Does the bonus change anything for you? I would love to say that it does, like in the sense that I would draft them higher, but it kind of balances out for the passers instead of the running quarterbacks. Which is why I have a whole bunch of Jared Goff right now. I think he has the ability to hit 300 yards passing with the offensive players that he has. He just got Jahmyr Gibbs, another asset to the passing game. He has Amon-Ra St. Brown. He has now Sam Laporta and Brock Wright, which I know people don't like Brock Wright, but they love Brock Wright. He has Marvin Jones Jr., who didn't have that many big games in Jacksonville, but that's why he got to Jacksonville with a big paycheck, is because he had huge games in Detroit. I think he can hit 300, which is why I'm trying to get Jared Goff and I'm trying to get Daniel Jones. I don't think he can pass for 300, but I think he could rush for 100. He has that ability. I think in the grand scheme of things, the quarterback, I'm not too worried about what the quarterback does weeks 1 through 14. I want the quarterbacks that have good matchups 15, 16, 17, because those are the quarterbacks you want. Those are the only weeks that you give a flying fuck what those quarterbacks do in the playoffs. It's all you want your quarterbacks to do. It's a shine 15, 16, 17. That'd be my personal opinion. Such as Burrow not rushing quarterbacks. Yeah, I think it benefits them, honestly, because you get to, it's an addition. It takes away the rushing quarterbacks specialty, because they're not going to throw for 300 if they rush for 60 yards and if I would say this is like Patrick Mahomes average 20 yards rushing, which he's not a good example because he's going to throw for 300 either way, but like Lamar might run for 70 yards but throw for 230. It's a big difference between him and Joe Burrow throwing 4 TDs for 340 yards. You know what I mean? There's a huge difference in points. I still wouldn't try, at no point do I want a naked quarterback of any kind, though. Rushing or the pass catch, the stand, what's this? Standstill quarterbacks? I can't think of the right word. Pocket passer. Either way, I don't want naked quarterbacks. I want as many little stacks as I can get. And if the quarterback's there, perfect. I want my receivers or my quarterbacks to be at least matched with one wide receiver for just the potential upside of that week's DFS slate. You know what I mean? Week 15, week 16 slates. Naked at Mahomes, Hurts, Allen, Lamar all seem like decent strategies. Past that, it doesn't seem worth the risk. But even then, if you have these quarterbacks, you're 99% going to go against somebody that has that quarterback with one of their pass catching options, and I think that limits your upside in the playoffs. So I would try to at least get one of their higher upside pass catchers. Don't go out of your way to get them, as in don't go 2 rounds or 100 picks as we saw tonight to get certain players. But I would say if you're around and you're all these guys kind of seem the same, I'm making a bet on this quarterback. Let's try to get this receiver. But if you get Josh Allen and you don't have Stephon Diggs and someone reaches super early to get Gabe Davis, wait till the last round. Get the is it something Hardy? I don't know his last. All I know is his last name, Hardy, or get the Cade. I don't know when Kincaid's going, so I can't really use him as an example. But you know what I'm saying? All these ancillary pieces. There's so many ancillary pieces to all these quarterbacks that do that. So it has only happened once to be right. Single game, ceiling, baby. Thoughts on week 17 in the bigger 1344 person pod on DK? You're going to have to get lucky. I mean, you don't have to get a lot of things right. I think if you prep for week 17, I think on DraftKings, prepping for week 17 makes so much more sense on DraftKings. In comparison to Underdog, I think on Underdog you kind of have to have. I think you should strategically think about looking for matchups in week 15, looking for matchups in week 16, and looking for matchups in week 17. I think on DraftKings you can put more focus on week 17 on DraftKings, but I think you should. That should be your main focus, but you can still sprinkle in. Maybe, they have good matchups weeks 15 and 17. Maybe try to find those matchups as well. But I wouldn't worry too much about on DraftKings, like for the other weeks. You're looking for the best possible matchups for week 17 on DraftKings, so versus Underdog, where you need to have the nuts on Underdogs as well. But 440 versus 1430, you kind of need the nuts. If you're playing a DFS slate, you kind of need the nuts on a 1400 versus 1400 other people. Those are my thoughts. And I love the DraftKings payout personally. I also like Underdog's payout. I like that there's two different types of lobbies. It gives two, different ways to draft, different strategies. There's more complexities to Underdog, but I think I'm still going to build for week 17, but I'm also going to be pairing myself for 15, 16. Because I just think 1 out of 16 and 1 out of 16 is so much harder than 1 out of 12 and 1 out of 12. That's just my thoughts. All right, y'all. It has been a good draft. I will be back on Monday. We'll probably do another DK draft because I'm having so much fun doing them. Yeah. All right. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun, y'all.